A mild night on our hands by late February standards, with overnight low temperatures in the upper 20s and low 30s under overall partly cloudy skies. Another mild day on the way for Thursday as we climb into the 50s in a couple of locations, but some 40s do start to pop up. And we do take a small step backward as we head toward the end of the week, only to take a leap forward by the weekend. We'll talk about that coming up, but until then, First at 4 starts right now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group. KELOLAND News, first at 4.
Coming up, how fellow firefighters are stepping up to help the Burnsville Fire Department in Minnesota.
Plus, protecting U.S. ports from a cyber attack. A look at the dangers and how an executive order will boost security.
Then in the next half hour, a special guest makes a stop at a KELOLAND elementary school with an important message for students.
I choose kindness.
How the class got an in-person visit from the man behind the video series on kindness. That's still to come. Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to First at 4. I'm Don Jorgensen.
And I'm Kelly Volk. New this afternoon, a 39-year-old Aberdeen man is facing sex charges involving a child. This
week, a Brown County grand jury indicted Ryan James Prince on the charges of rape and sexual contact with a child under 16. Court papers say the alleged crimes happened between September of 2022 and July of last year, when the victim was 10 years old. Prince made his first appearance in court earlier this month.
A 44-year-old man has pleaded guilty to providing a drug that led to a 2022 overdose, causing serious injury. Jason Winkler admitted that he knew the pill contained fentanyl. Court papers say when police arrived, the victim was not breathing and turning blue. Officers administered a dose of Narcan, saving the person's life. When Winkler is sentenced, he faces a minimum of 20 years in prison and a maximum of life behind bars.
A Sioux Falls masseuse has lost her license to practice in South Dakota. Today, the State Board of Massage Therapy revoked the license of Hailing Zhang for 1 year. Zhang operated Go Spa in the Empire Mall. The board found that she had improperly allowed an unlicensed person to perform massages. KELOLAND's Bob Mercer has a closer look at this story on our Capital News Bureau page on KELOLAND.com.
Well, we had another nice day on our hands. We got into the 50s again in places.
Guess what I did today?
Did you ride your motorcycle?
I rode my motorcycle,
really?
Just to say I did it in February. Yeah.
How did it feel?
Felt great. Revved it up, got to blew some cobwebs out of it. So
I guess it's motorcycle weather, Adam.
Why not? At this rate, it's warm, it's dry. We've had no wintry weather of any variety to worry about. I may as well do it just for the sake of being able to do it, I suppose. But yeah, we are going to be getting a bit of a reminder that, yes, it is winter, but not for a little while yet. Until we get there, though, it's pretty nice out there. We'll start with a view downtown, 58 now, as we take a look west on our camera with a nice light breeze out there as well. In fact, there is no breeze to speak of. There's Laverne with a little bit of cloud cover building in. This has been the only blemish to an otherwise pretty nice day across much of KELOLAND. 58 is our current and our high temperature so far for Sioux Falls. 55 Brookings. Huron got up to 49, so even that snowpack on Highway 14, that's not really making much of an impact anymore. 51 for Pierre, 62 was your high today up in Mobridge, 56 Rapid City, 54 as you head over toward Aberdeen. They have since dropped down to 52. Huron has slipped 1 degree to 48, Watertown at 50, Marshall 54, Spencer and Yankton both at 55, 45 though in Custer. And the wind really hasn't been that big of an issue today. Light and variable overall, but there are a few exceptions out toward Rapid City and Buffalo, for example. Now, much of the region is dry. Yes, there is cloud cover building in, and I have to specify that because for once, we have something to talk about. A little bit of rain, not much, right along the Nebraska border in Fall River County, and then just over the border from Yankton and Bonham County. We'll see if that tries to jump over and crash the party toward the evening commute. For your day tomorrow, though, yes, it's going to be mild. No, not as mild as yesterday. Notice that northwesterly breeze in place. 40s and low 50s in southeastern KELOLAND, mainly in the 40s up to the northeast. And again, that northwesterly breeze in place. To the west will be a little bit milder, low to mid 50s in many locations. I mentioned a step backward on Friday. It's a small step. Then we have a pretty big warm up through the weekend into the start of next week. We'll talk about all that and what comes around after after that warm-up coming up as we head through the hour.
Thanks, Adam. Former President Donald Trump confirmed a list of names rumored to be on his vice presidential shortlist during a town hall event in South Carolina yesterday. The list includes South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem. Also listed are 3 former GOP candidates, South Carolina Senator Tim Scott, entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy, and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, along with 2 others. Trump confirmed they are on his short list, but did not provide a timeline for when he'll announce his vice presidential pick. The proposed Summit Carbon Pipeline is facing more roadblocks. The Stanton County, Nebraska Board of Commissioners voted unanimously to deny a permit application request for the proposed CO2 pipeline that would travel through the county. The Dakota County, Nebraska Board of Commissioners also put the brakes on a permit request, delaying a decision until April.
It has been a challenging week for first responders in Minnesota. 2 police officers and a firefighter were killed while responding to a call on Sunday in Burnsville. David Schumann with our sister station in Minneapolis explains how area fire departments are stepping up to help.
They don't do it because they're asked to.
Crews that are coming in on their own time. They're not on shift, they're not scheduled to work.
Covering Burnsville's fire and EMS calls is what these chiefs say their brothers and sisters there need right now.
To make sure that they have the time they need to get everything processed and back together a little bit,
And my job is just to provide that the community of Burnsville is protected.
We're told roughly a dozen agencies, maybe more, have come together to coordinate this effort.
It's just that unique bond that we have with one another, and when one of us is hurting or needs help, we're there for each other.
We sent out a page to ask people if they were interested, and within 5 minutes we were full. It shows how much people care.
I don't care what city they come from. The citizens don't care. They want a fire truck to show up or the fire department to come help, right?
The coverage started Sunday morning after the shooting and is scheduled at least through Saturday.
Any department would help us in our time of need, and so we will step up and help all our brothers and sisters in the fire service for as long as they need it.
This is a team effort. It's not just me. It's all the fire service around Burnsville, and we're there for them.
That was David Schumann reporting. There will be a joint public funeral next Wednesday, February 28th in Eden Prairie.